Hey guys, I'm Kyle. Welcome back to the channel. So today is going to be a damage report day for the ZR2. It has now been, over the last 4 or 5 months, it's been on a couple different rock crawling trips, and we've been making good use of all those skid plates and the rock sliders. So I already started. You can see there the rock sliders are off, but we're going to take off all of the skid plates. We're going to take off the steel drive shaft and put the aluminum one on for a while. And then we're gonna clean up the whole, I'm gonna wash the underside of the truck and check out any scrapes or damage that might be on the frame, because I believe I have hit the frame a couple times. And then I'll show you guys, I'll lay the skid plates out, clean them up, and we'll look at all the damage from the rock crawling trips. So let's go. All right, well that was fun. Wasn't that bad actually. Man, I had so much laying under the truck scrubbing. I had so much just soap and mud just falling all over me. Oh, anyways, so let's see what we have. So the front skid plate is pretty new. This has only been through one rock crawling trip, this most recent trip to Uwharrie, and we did manage to snag it, but obviously pretty minimal damage on the new front skid plate. So moving back to the engine skid, you can see this was just brush painted. I brush painted it with a Rust-Oleum primer and then a Rust-Oleum paint. The reason for that was it was winter time in Wisconsin, so I couldn't spray paint outside, and I couldn't spray paint inside for obvious fumes reasons. So I brush painted inside. So that one you can see we have got it a couple times. Again, pretty small, more scrapes than really being drug across anything, but a couple marks on there. I'm sure it would have been a little more dented if it was still the aluminum stock skid plate. Moving back to the transmission skid. So this one, we do have a couple of good impacts on it. So this has definitely done a good job of saving some damage from the frame. Saving anything from potentially landing on the transmission pan there. So that one did its job well. And then, oh boy. So the transfer case skid plate, I'll see if I can find a clip to throw in here. This is this is the spot that the truck gets high centered. So this is the lowest hanging of the skid plates, and it is directly in the center of the wheelbase, which is, I mean, it doesn't hang down much any lower than the transmission, but the transmission is farther forward. The transfer case is right in the center of the wheelbase. So anytime I'm going over something that I would get high centered on, this is what it's hitting. And you can see it has taken a lot of hits. So very thankful to have this on there. Not sure what it would be contacting if it wasn't there, but my guess is the 2 frame rails on both sides. And I'm very happy to have this skid plate that is removable and repaintable and not permanent under there taking all that damage. So obviously you can see no deformity in the skid plate. It is not dented or bent any of these skid plates at all. So they are obviously built very strong, holding up very well strength-wise. And then I guess the last one to talk about would be the drive shaft. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, you would have seen a post a while ago when I got high centered on the drive shaft. I was not aware that I was on the drive shaft. I just thought I was stuck.
Looks like we start climbing. Yeah, you can come to the left.
And continued to try to drive. So that is where you get that ring all the way around the drive shaft. But so this is the GM steel drive shaft, and it did not dent the drive shaft at all. So it is just scratches and just removal of paint. And then recently, as of this trip, I did manage to get it one more time. And so again, I don't see any dents here. I drove it 4 hours home from Uwharrie with no vibration on the road. So very impressive with the strength of that GM steel drive shaft holding up to some impacts. As far as the frame goes, now that it's all clean and we can actually see on the driver's side, we are pretty good all the way until that. This is right back at the rear of the frame before it goes up to the leaf spring mount, and looks like a couple good hits on the frame. Scrape and paint off. So when I'm done filming this video, I'll repaint that. Obviously wanted to film the video first so I could show you guys. And then the passenger side actually got it worse than the driver's side did. This passenger side, right up front there, we got one. And then almost immediately, we have scrapes going all the way down the rest of the frame. Last piece to talk about is the rock sliders, and these have done a great job of protecting the body from any damage. So you can see definitely using.
Just so you reach the edge, okay, you're right at the edge of that drop off, and you're about to drop right now.
The steel protection of those sliders. The driver's side one did not get it as bad. It has a pretty recent scrape there, and then just a couple there and there. So with the beating they've taken so far, I think it's safe to assume the stock rock sliders would have done the job. But I do believe that these are stronger, so should I ever need them to serve a purpose that the stock ones wouldn't hold up to, very happy to have them. Thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you for staying to the end, those of you that are still here to see this clip. As always, let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next video.